protesting against government's continued economic policies that some say only benefit a few. The campaign Cry of the Excluded, comprising of unions SAFTU and AMCU, as well as the Assembly of the Unemployed, says government must end the economic suffering being felt by many South Africans. Let's get more on the story. We cross to our reporter Mariska Botha. A very good afternoon to Mariska. Take us through the protest and what's happening there at the moment.
Yes, good afternoon to you. Of course, this morning we started just around the corner from where we are now, and the Cry of the Excluded protest action, which you rightly said includes a number of unions, including SAFTU, and then of course a number of different movements, all under one banner called the Cry of the Excluded, speaking about the unemployed and those who are temporarily employed, and those who are in low-paying jobs and are not getting what they feel they deserve. They are all gathered under one banner as Cry of the Excluded. I'm just going to step out of shot so you can see what's going on now. We are actually at the civic centre of the city of Cape Town, where the South African Municipal Workers Union is planning to hand over a memorandum to the city of Cape Town, speaking specifically about workers in the expanded public works program, saying that the temporary nature of some of this employment and also the outsourcing of some of the work is very, very detrimental to those seeking work. Now, just a little while ago, the Secretary General of the South African Federation of Trade Unions, Zwelinzi Mavavi, also joined the protest action. SAFTU, of course, is also all now joining in. And what this group is saying is that today, the Minister of Finance, Titu Mboweni, should really be talking about what can be done for those vast majority of especially young people that are employed. We heard a little bit earlier from another movement saying that there are a number of people within this protest action who are actually well educated, they have degrees, they are social workers, they have the paperwork, but they simply don't have the employment. And we also heard that there are people that have been unemployed for longer than 10 years. And what they feel is that government should start listening especially to those people who are unemployed and listen to them about plans and actions that they can bring to the table to help resolve the crisis. Of course, one of the overarching messages of this protest action is that they're opposed to government's austerity measures, which will lead to further unemployment. That, of course, coming from SAFTU. But they are supposed to be making their way to Parliament within the next half an hour or so. I hope they make it for the 1 o'clock deadline to be at Parliament to also hand over a document that they prepared, speaking exactly to that, what the unemployed are saying about what the Minister of Finance should be talking about to get employment for people. People are hungry for work, they are desperate for work, and they say now is the time to listen to the disenfranchised and those people that have been trying for the longest time to get employment but are simply not getting anywhere. It is certainly dire times, and with protests like this you can see the desperation that people feel.
Mariska Botha giving us an update from downtown in Cape Town. That protest will, as she just said, make its way to Parliament a little bit later on, possibly in the next half an hour, and we will keep you updated on that. Let's stay with all